Let's start with the Nigerians. What Nigerians are feeling this morning. They're feeling the bite of the lingering fuel scarcity across the country, from Lagos to Abuja and Port Harcourt. The story is the same. As Nigerians throng petrol stations in search of fuel for their cars, generators and industrial machines, cost of public transportation has gone up, resulting in an increase in the cost of food items and other necessities. Let's talk to our correspondent who is joining me live from Port Harcourt. Uche Okoro. Uche, thank you so much for joining us. Bring us up to speed with the current situation in Port Harcourt, where you are. How is the fuel scarcity biting hard there?
Ibrahim, good morning to you. The situation here is biting really hard with very sharp teeth. I must say, right now I am in a part of Port Harcourt called Lagos bus stop. Coincidence, right? Right here in Port Harcourt is called Lagos bus stop. If you look behind me, you will see a very long queue. This what you're seeing behind me. It doesn't even this isn't just even a quarter of the extent or length of this queue. We arrived here at about 6:15 a.m. and before our arrival, I was told that the queue was just as long as it was when we arrived at 6:15 a.m. So that tells you how serious the situation is here in the capital city, Port Harcourt, capital of Rivers State. It's a very serious situation. Now, this is one of the only few petrol stations in the city that are selling the products for at the official pump price. This is the reason why you have a very long queue. This is the NNPC mega station. I'll just take a walk now so you can see. This is the NNPC mega station. People who are on this queue probably passed the night here. This is the NNPC mega station, and as you can see, it is by my time. This is 7 a.m. and they are yet to open. Yet the queue is as long as it is right now. So that's the situation. The NNPC mega station here at Lagos bus stop is one of the very few, if not the only petrol station in Port Harcourt metropolis that is selling the product at the official pump price of 165 naira.
Right.
So that's the reason why you have very long queues here. So that's the situation. They are yet to open at the moment.
All right, Uche, tell us about the cost of fuel in other petrol stations. Yesterday you said you bought it for around 200 naira or 230 naira per litre. How is it in other fuel stations?
In Port Harcourt, I have gotten reports of persons who have bought the products for as high as 250 naira. I heard that in other states like Bayelsa State, the residents there are purchasing the product for as high as 300 naira, but I cannot personally confirm that is the case here in Port Harcourt. In Port Harcourt, I've however received reports of 250 naira. Yesterday morning, I personally purchased the product fuel at 230 naira. So it's a very critical situation. Some other persons have bought fuel at 220 naira. You will be lucky, very lucky to find, and even suspicious to find other petrol stations selling the product at 210 naira. But as I mentioned earlier, this is the NNPC mega station here, one of the biggest in the city, one of the biggest in the state, I dare say, that are selling the product at 165. So that's why you have a long queue. At those other petrol stations where the product is being sold between 210 and 250 naira, there is less likelihood that you would find queues, because people are just happy to walk in and walk out instead of having to pass through the hassle of this very long queue that you can see on your screen right now, to pass through the hassle of purchasing the product. So it's a very critical situation. Many of those who are on this queue passed the night here.
All right. Also, give us an idea how this has impacted on the prices of transportation, the fare price, and also the prices of food items and some other commodities.
As I mentioned earlier, many of those who passed the night here are commercial drivers. Now, the implication of that is that throughout yesterday, or for the greater part of yesterday, many of them were unable to walk. Many of them were unable to be on the roads to do their businesses. So the implication is that for many of them who are hoping to get the products today, when they eventually get the product, it follows that they would, make up for the losses incurred and the time they have wasted trying to get these products, and some of them who have gotten them at a higher prices. So yes, I can tell you that transportation has increased. The extent to which it has increased varies across different parts of Port Harcourt. But prices of transportation have increased for as high as 50%, in some areas as high as 100%. So this is in areas where you even find this public transportation to even patronize, to board. At many junctions on my way here, during rush hour, the close of work, at the start of work, you find large crowds of passengers, large crowd of intending and prospective passengers waiting to board vehicles that are simply not just available, because they either don't have the product in their vehicles, or they are in one queue, we are stuck in one long queue or the other trying to get the product. So it's been very difficult navigating the town for many residents trying to make their way to work and back. As for food products, of course, you know that Port Harcourt, River State is quite rich in agriculture, and transporting these agricultural products is very critical to the success of that business. You have people going from the Ogoni region to Port Harcourt, from the Abua region to Port Harcourt. So many of them have been not able to move their products as a result of the unavailability of these petroleum products. So this has also led to increase in food stuff. Before this time, before the scarcity, the prices of food stuff was already a big issue.
Right.
Now this is a big issue that is already being made much worse by the scarcity of petroleum products. So here we are, Lagos bus stop, still monitoring the situation. NNPC mega station yet to open for business, but yet the queues are kilometers long.
All right, TVC News correspondent Uche Okoro live for us there in Port Harcourt. Thank you.